Now, answering your questions about the law and legal issues. This is Legal Break with attorney Gary Bruce.
Hello there, and welcome again, Gary.
We've
got some great questions lined up today. This first one is a hot topic that's out there. A lot of people are talking about this, about the president maybe possibly being interviewed. Does that typically happen in lawsuits, or?
I think it is a good question. I don't know necessarily how it applies to the president. And I think that's some of the debate. Can he be compelled to give testimony? And I think that's what we hear some debate about, and I don't think it's necessarily established.
Right.
But in a normal suit, yes, that's what slows it down so much. Because you file a lawsuit, so people say, why is this taking so long? Well, because we enter then the discovery phase. And the discovery phase is when I, as the lawyer for a plaintiff or defense lawyer, gets to go get stuff. They order your medical records, they order your employment records. Your life really becomes an open book at that point, and they look for everything on the other side. Usually we already have it, we've given it to them, honestly. There's not that much to hide, and then there's nothing to hide. We hand it over and they go get it. And so then they get a chance then to take a deposition of the plaintiff. So we'll gather in a conference room and they'll get to ask questions of you. I get to ask questions of the other side. We get to depose witnesses or people who may have information relevant to the case. So you do all that through that process long before you ever get to the judge and a jury. You know? So, and a lot of times everything kind of filters out. People understand the case better after that and have a chance to examine and understand things, and they can make decisions about maybe resolving the case. So that's kind of what happens. The discovery gives people a chance to flesh it out and make sure they know everything. So when you show up in court, there are no surprises. The other side knows the answer to the question generally, and so that's the process, and it takes time.
It takes some time. Very good. So we have a question from a viewer. Let's look at that right now.
Hi, Gary. Is collision insurance necessary?
Good question.
So collision coverage, essentially, taken me 30 years to figure this out, but it is essentially the full coverage. So when people tell me they have full coverage, I think that means you've got the collision coverage, which means you have protected your asset. Regardless of fault, the damage to your vehicle will be paid for. Whether a tree falls on it, a deer jumps into you, or you run into a brick wall or somebody else, you can always use that collision coverage then to provide coverage for your vehicle. It will pay fair market value, not what you owe, pays fair market value for your vehicle.
Oh, very good. Great questions. We like keep them coming. Thank you so much, and we look forward to seeing you on the very next Legal Break.